Today we are flipping the script. It's not about coaches, it's not about the players, but it's about the fans. And we're absolutely excited to be joined, of course, representing Ezimnyama Ngenkani branch. We are joined by Ubab Jwara. And then from Nasreddine Kaizer Chiefs, it is Papa Wawa joining us today. This is the Arena Sports Show. We're expecting raw emotions. We're expecting raw opinions from the two gentlemen joining us. My name is Clauiee Grace Mpanza. And of course, we've got my favorite influencer, my partner in crime, Mahlatse Mphahlele, alongside us. Influencer, we'll start with you. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in almost 2 weeks. Almost divorced you the 2 weeks, but it's good to see you.
Yeah, my lawyer is drafting the papers.
I thought we were seeing a psychologist and we're talking it out.
Yeah, I think we need to go to couple therapy. We're not doing well. But I'm good. I'm good. Too many holidays over the last week or so. I had some time to rest. I didn't travel. I was home and resting, and we are ready to go again.
We definitely are. And Papa Wawa, I mean, you are a fan with fans, I'm told. I was talking to a friend of mine and he was like, oh my goodness, I'm also a fan of him. So talk to us about also just having fans appreciate the work that you do.
They call him the controversial Papa Wawa.
Controversial Papa Wawa.
Greetings to the viewers at home. You might be surprised that you are also my fan. You never know. It's so good. It's so good
at the beginning. I love it.
It's so good to be sitting next to Nedbank 2024 to 2025 champion in waiting, who is in the middle, of course. Yeah, it's so good. Remember, I'm the first fan in the history of South African top flight football to have fans of his own. Even players, they are my fans. Do you understand? So I'm alive and kicking, bumping like a tennis ball, limping to the Soweto Derby.
Oh, you are limping. A wounded dog limping.
I'm worried about the limping.
But we'll definitely talk about the limping in just a bit. Papa Jwara, I mean, you're wearing a finalist top there. Bragging rights is what you have. And of course, you already have, of course, that in the cabinet. But you're looking for the Nedbank Cup. And of course, for 3 points against the man next to you.
Let me greet the viewers. Say, in Orlando Pirates Football Club, we have a culture. A culture starting like this. Up the park, says Mnyama Ngenkani sigama kepleza kepimhlaba masipala sawuphikisa phezulu. Greeting you all mapakane. Ezimnyama Ngenkani.
Yes.
Esikotini sesigama kwesigama binzela isikoti.
He's shaking now.
He's shaking.
I greet you. I'm worried at the time you greet me and ask me how are you before the show.
He asked you if you were ready,
I was very worried. Or how come umuntu ongaphilanga, the patient in the hospital, they ask the doctor, how are you, doctor? Anyway, that's the life. No, I'm strong. I'm strong pride. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Well, the tone has been set. The battle is ready. The gentlemen in studio are ready. And we're ready, of course, to feast upon 2 Soweto Derbies back-to-back weekends, which is absolutely exciting. But we're previewing the league encounter, of course, for this week. But we'll start off by finding out what's been happening in your top stories.
Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs begin preparations for back-to-back Soweto Derby starting in the league this week at FNB Stadium and the Nedbank Cup in Durban next weekend. Proteas women captain Laura Wolvaardt is upbeat about their side's chances during their ODI Tri-Nations series against hosts Sri Lanka and India in Colombo over the next 2 weeks. The Telkom Netball League is delivering exciting action as team continues to battle for crucial points during the first week currently underway in Sun City.
Certainly a lot has been happening in the world of sport, which always makes it a tad more difficult to try and choose a star that has impressed you in the past few days. And this is one of my favorite features on the show, that being a star of the week. Influencer who has impressed you.
I'm going to surprise you. As a long-suffering Arsenal fan, I'll love to give it to Liverpool. For winning the league with a few weeks to spare. I think they've done well. I watched the match and...
oh, they did it in style.
Yeah, they did it in style. I think that COVID did them dirty the last time they won it, with no celebrations and that kind of thing. The atmosphere inside the stadium, I wish I was there. It was something else. And congratulations to Liverpool. As Arsenal... we'll fight to finish second again next season.
Second. I'm sorry, my club is
But
coming for that.
we're going for the Champions League.
You can only hope. Papa Wawa, who has impressed you?
The person who impressed me is Coach Fadlu David, South African coach, going all the way to the Confederation Cup final. It's never bigger than this. We're talking about someone who's second on the log, on the domestic log at Tanzania, trailing behind Young African. So he's had a very good first season. So that's my star of the week.
No, he definitely has been
Very good.
impressive. Would you want to see him back in South Africa?
No, I think it's time for him to make his name, to make his mark out there. We know our clubs in South Africa, they hardly respect our South African-born coaches. So I think it's time for him to go out there and prove himself as he's currently doing. It's not yet time to come back home.
Not yet time to come back home. Babjaha, what about you?
I will be looking at Gilas if I'm not going to England overseas in the Premier League to congratulate Liverpool. You know why I give this to Liverpool?
Yeah.
There's a time when Liverpool things was never go right. I think each and every shareholder was allowing to sell Liverpool.
Yeah.
But guess what? Only one shareholder was stubborn saying no. It's only supporters. Supporters of Liverpool was stand up saying no, Liverpool will never allow somebody to come and sell Liverpool.
For sure.
But today, Liverpool is coming now and then. And then I want to say, like I will to Papa Wawa, I want to say hard luck to Canaz. Because Canaz, they start right competition. Long away, their powers is go down and finish. I don't know why.
I know that.
I don't know why. Always Canaz is starting right. I don't know what's
Just
wrong
like
with
Orlando
Canaz.
Pirates.
Yeah, maybe right now under the hands of Jose Rivera, like now twice back, because this one is looking like it's going to Orlando Pirates this Betway, because we're closing that gap. But the real truth, Canaz is starting very well. But end of the season,
When you get to December, everything goes like this.
you never know what's wrong.
We'll definitely see how then it happens here home. I'm actually interested to find out from the both of you, especially you, Papa Wawa, because there's an assumption that most Kaizer Chiefs fan, normally in England, they support Manchester United. What club do you support in EPL?
I'm a Liverpool supporter.
Oh, Liverpool
Yes,
supporter.
I'm
Okay.
Liverpool. You'll never walk alone.
Congratulations.
Papa Wawa.
Congratulations.
We are winners at the end of
Congratulations.
finally.
At least you're correcting something there.
I'm not sure. I am not sure. I'm not sure. Kaizer Chiefs supporters, don't trust them. They grab everything. There's a great pressure. I'm not
This
sure.
man is jealous. That's what you see us
Since I was with this guy, it's the first time I hear it from him. He said, Liverpool. Anyway, okay, congratulations.
No, I'm a Liverpool, I'm a backer, so we are winning out there.
All
Yeah.
right, what about you, Babjaha, quickly?
Unfortunately, Man City, this time,
Man City fans, especially,
this
they
time
just
must
went
be-
there because of the money of the Arabs when the Arab money went there.
Yeah.
Most of them never supported Man City before, so we know what's going on.
But you know what the rumor is? Pep Guardiola and his wife might be working things out. So I think that's where the magic was
Yes,
for
yeah, I
City.
think so. I think that
exactly.
So
they say
things
they're
might
back
get
together.
better.
So
Yeah. That was a strong say. The wife, they would say, don't renew the contract. Then the coach was renewing the contract. Okay. From that statement,
Yeah.
it's ups and downs to Pep.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the life.
It definitely is. My star of the week, definitely not in football, but
As
in
always.
motorsport. Not as always. I sometimes try to choose someone in football. But it's MotoGP this time around, and it is Fabio Quartararo. I'm sure you know Fabio, drives the Yamaha, and one thing this season, it's like, how do you explain it? It's like Mamelodi Sundowns, right? They are top of the tier. They've got all the star players. But Yamaha used to be quite fast, just that it's a bit slow now. The Ducatis are really quick. So for Fabio to be on the podium for me was absolutely impeccable. The last time he was on the podium was 2023 in Indonesia, so it's really great to see him, of course, being on the podium again, and it was truly remarkable. I would have said Alex Marquez because it was his first
That's my
win.
guy.
That's your guy. You like Alex? I like Alex. He's a sweetheart too, but man, Mark is just a beast. Trying to beat Mark Marquez is always nearly impossible. The only person that can beat Mark Marquez is Mark Marquez himself. That's the interesting thing about him. But anyway, let us know as well who your star for week is. We'd love to hear from you. We move over, then we bring it here at home. We'll start with the CAF Champions League. We were dreaming, hoping for an all-South African final. It was just not meant to be this time around. But Mamelodi Sundowns, they march on to the final. They'll be playing Pyramids. We'll start with you, Papa Wawa. I mean,
It's only fair to start with me.
Yeah, 'cause
the last team to play CAF Champions League.
He's been bragging. We asked him, how did he get to the final? He can't tell us. But I mean, not having participated in this season's CAF Champions League, what have you made of Sundowns? Especially, I mean, a match like Al Ahly, where the second leg, you saw how they started. They changed their lineup, not having outright strikers there, where they came into the second half. Talk to us about the game plan from a Chiefs perspective, but looking into Sundowns.
Let me say congratulations to them for being in the final, flying South African's flag high.
Yeah.
But we all know that they were not supposed to be there in the first place. VAR came to their rescue.
Goodness gracious.
Yes, I didn't see them passing Esperance. And yeah, it is the story of every day which we complain about. But at the end of the day, congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns. The coach nearly threw the game away when they were checking against the Egyptian Al Ahly. I was expecting Al Ahly at home with a full stadium to win the game. You know, in football, you either win the game in the dressing room.
Yeah.
The coach win the games in the dressing room, or you win the game in the field of play, taking into consideration another element of the 12th player, which are the supporters. So they had the supporters who were backing them, but unfortunately, Al Ahly went there to defend a 1-0 lead. You don't do that as a home team. I think that's where they lost it. And we can say the goal of Mamelodi Sundowns, honestly speaking, without fear or favor, that was a pure luck. That was a luck. But they were knocking. You can see that Mamelodi Sundowns is knocking according to how they were playing. They are a ball-playing team. Yeah. So we say congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns. But, you know, honestly speaking, one can say I'm not patriotic or what, but I would love Pyramid to win it. Reason being, number one, as Kaizer Chiefs, we played the CAF Champions League. No one was supporting us. And all of a sudden, we were supposed to support people because they are of South Africa. They are representing South Africa. I stand to oppose that. They are not representing South Africa. They are representing their own badge. That is why that star is not going to South African flag. It is going to their flag. After they won CAF Mamelodi Sundowns via a back door, via boardroom, what did they say to us? They were asking us, Papa Wawa, how do you load airtime via Vodacom? When we said you press *1, they say, whoa, what do you know about star? Do you understand? So we must suppose these people say that at the end of the day, they must come and rub it on our face. Hell no. So it's better for it to go to Egypt because as long as Kaizer Chiefs is without a star, there's no way I can support any other team in South Africa to take second star without us having a star.
Do you have a dream of a star?
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
I'm glad Papa Wawa is raising this issue because I almost like sort of feel the same with him. I think also from a Sundowns perspective, obviously, I mean, I don't speak on their behalf, but Sundowns shouldn't worry whether Pirates or Chiefs or Sekhukhune or whatever fans are supporting them. They must rely on their own support and go there and do the business. This thing of saying is for the country and all the other stuff, I think it's unfair on opposition fans to be forced to support another team because he's playing the Champions League. I mean, I don't think that if Manchester City goes to the final, of the Champions League in
Manchester
in England.
United will be
Manchester United will be saying, no, we are supporting No, it doesn't happen anyway. The rivalry is there and it must stay there. And also, when you come to Soweto Derby, I think that it needs to go back to where it was before, where the fans are separated and you feel that strong rivalry between the two teams. So I agree with Papa Wawa. Sundowns mustn't worry about all the other things of
Their
supporting.
problem, they think like we are in all we need is love. Hey, they love to be loved, these people. And if you want to be loved by outsiders, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Bakania, you know all too well about, of course,
Has
the
he
Champions
healed?
League and the love.
That pain you can't heal
No,
overnight.
I saw Papa Wawa, and then I saw what pain landed to. Because in the football, there's a lot of competition. Opposition will always be opposition. Let's congratulate Mamelodi Sundowns Gabrielo without fear or favor to raise a flag of South Africa, Association of South Africa, PSL, to make sure now and then they are participating in the CAF Champions League. That's a great job. Yes, I see the pain is landed straight to Nasreddine. I don't know why, because I know somehow, I don't know, is it last year, when Al-Ak is coming to play in with Sundowns at the Loftus, the first team to give Al-Ak a platform to prepare the is a Nasreddine team. And now
Is that a problem?
No, now if Papa Wawa now is that side for say, it look like it's a problem to congratulate Mamelodi Sundowns. One same WhatsApp group, bruh. Sundowns is leading us. Coming as a second position, you was 11th position. Stay with that when you learn. Once you're 10, it's becoming all right. We'll give you full support as Africans, as South Africans. Don't be a jealous.
Chairman Jwara.
Jealous is going to kill you. Sometimes you'll be a Christian.
Chairman Jwara, I don't know if I can call it a stupidity or disability. For Pirates to think that they can go all the way to CAF and win it. We are talking about the team which is struggling to win a domestic league, but you think for some reason that you can win the continental league. That amazes me. Even the government, they shouldn't give them the disability grant which they are giving others, because they will be underpaid, because that was pure madness. That was, I wonder if they remain humble, as they were saying, we remain humble.
Papa Wawa.
Hey, you're throwing shots.
Papa Wawa, we did, bruh. And then again, we're almost semi-final. You are looking at final. Will not maybe withdraw, maybe too much back. No, in the all group stages.
But Chairman,
right now, semi-finals, we kill ourselves in that semi-finals, bruh.
How did you kill yourself?
We'll get to how you killed yourself in a
We
moment.
kill ourselves.
What
I
I want
don't
to
think
find
why
out.
you use your songs. We are interiming. No,
Okay.
we're participating full
Full
force.
participation, full force. But before we get to how you killed yourself against Pyramids, I want to find out from you, influencer. I mean, when you talk about Sundowns and that encounter that they had against Al-Ahly and Themba Zwane, really, him then coming on and being an impact for Sundowns, which is what you always want to see from Shishi. Talk to us about that perspective and really Shishi not starting, but him coming off the bench.
Yeah, for me, I initially I had expected that maybe he should start with him just for reference point, experience, and all that kind of thing. But I think when they were doing their own analysis, they felt that maybe it may not be a good thing, and it turned out to be a good thing that he didn't start. I was a little bit surprised that he didn't start with a recognized striker in that match.
Yeah.
It was Morena, Ribeiro. I can't think of the other guy who was playing up front. That was very interesting for me, but he did explain it in his post-match press conference that looking at the profile of how Al-Ahly would sort of set up at home, he needed to go with that sort of system. So it was a very, very sort of well organized. It looked like they had planned very well for that match. And also the substitution that the coach made. One thing that has impressed me about the Sundowns coach is the ability to change during a match. There was a time when he spoke about the fact that in a match, they played, I think, close to 15 formations in one match.
Yeah.
So the ability to change, I think he finished the match with Morena at the back, at right back. I think somebody came on the left. Then there was also a different center pairing at the back. So that ability for him to change the team around was very, very important. And I think it goes with the experience. I mean, this guy was in the final last year. So when you get to those high-stakes matches, you really need to be knowing what is at stake and how to plan and how to play and win away from home. Sundowns in the past, they've been blamed or been naive when they play these big matches where they still are obsessed with this thing of trying to play. And sometimes you don't need to do that in a semi-final. You really need to go out there, be professional, be very organized, and get the results and go home. And they did that, and which was very good for them.
It definitely was. And to quote, of course, a man who once did it with Mamelodi Sundowns, Peter Musumane, went on to say that you can win, of course, all your group stage matches. You can be unbeaten, but when it comes to knockout, now that's a different beast. Bob Jwara, I think you can attest to that. I mean, unbeaten in the group stages. It just went short at the semi-final second leg. And I mean, you said you killed yourself. How did you kill yourself?
Even Papa Wawa never know about this. Orlando Pirates go all the way without loss. We lost in the semi-final. We're supposed to win to final. Just like that, we out. But I want to test again the experienced men. I think leadership, Papa Wawa. Sometimes they swallow the pride. They are taking a right decision to bring back Umshishi.
No, Shika is a star.
If sometimes if they was stubborn to leave Umshishi when we're going to Cairo, that pride, that man was representing our South African national team, and then as a first one to give us that thing as if but certainly Simbone says why bench, and then we never know what's going on. That lucky for Tembazwane is that lucky was giving Sundowns straight to final. Their first touch.
Just to cut in there, if you look at that goal, I think it was Divine Lunga who supplied the pass, and he flicked the ball into the box.
Exactly.
And that's how the ball, I think Reyners tried to control. He couldn't control properly. Then it rebounded off a defender. That flick from Temba is the one that made a lot of difference in that situation where they scored a goal. So hence I'm saying you need that reference in a match, because he has been there so many times. He knows how to play those big
you are right, Chairman Jwara, about Mshishi. He was in a long-term injury, and for him to come back from an injury and do something like this, it shows that indeed class is permanent.
I love how there's one player that the entire country can agree on. It's Tembazwane.
Yeah, the only thing I don't agree with, or which I just want to make it clear, as you say that they made a very good call to bring back Zwane or whatever you are saying, I think that's the very same thing we should be doing about Saling. And again, you spoke about that at least you finished in the semi-final. I thought it was you, Orlando Pirates, when we always say that we finished in the final. You say to us that people never recall the person who finished, the runner-up. They always recall the person who won the league. But all of a sudden, it is good that you finished in the semi-final. How come?
That's a football, my brother. It's a competition. Anything can happen as long as you know your story. Like Orlando Pirates Football Club. Remember, since it's Atoli Nkululeko, it's only one team that raised the flag of South Africa. Now we're in freedom. It's Orlando Pirates Football Club. And then the next one was the Sundowns from Norway. They gave a collapse. Hey, Sundowns, come back. There's a mistake somewhere. Even now, nobody knows. maybe got to go for June for the final of CAF. Maybe we're going to team and say to the club, hey, come back and play the final. There's a mistake somewhere.
It's too early to dream.
Babu Jwara, the one thing I want to pick your brains on is that obviously the coach is going to be leaving. You anticipate there will be player movements around the team. The other key thing is how they handle the selling issue. Champions League, over the years, it has shown that you really need to be in it consistently, like maybe 3, 4, 5 seasons. But looking at this team now, I think it's a balanced team. I'm just a bit worried about the central defensive pairing because Clauiee and CBC for me, not really, it's not make sure quite well. Are you sort of worried for what will happen to the club next season with the changes that are coming?
Yeah. Sometimes winning combination is take the players' mentality to come back and they know. Yes, there's a lot of mistakes between a combination of Clauiee and Smith. But I think coach and technical team babhizi ngokupolisha leyo nto. And then sizobabonisa futhi as soon as possible. Tomorrow we're playing with Sekhukhune, and then Saturday, which tomorrow is a warm-up game for the weekend, for the big weekend. Yeah. I think some sort of our defense somehow. I think we are enjoying when we see a performance of Mbugazi. We forgotten to say if somehow there's changes, will be the central. I think that game to twice Mbugazi. That costing that defense will never trust now. But all in all, tomorrow, today you are on form. Tomorrow you are somewhere as a player. I will never criticize that combination between CBC and Clauiee. It look like ups and downs. But maybe one day will be something else good for Mapagani.
All right, Buccaneer, you were just telling us how, before we wrap up CAF Champions League and then go to Soweto Derby, in terms of then where Pirates lost it. So when you looked into the game, I mean, there's a lot of people saying, no, the subs that were made, they were absolutely wrong when you bring in a player like Tito and Ushenko, Kabelo Dlamini. Talk to us about those subs that were brought in and really the decision making. I mean, we spoke about, as much as you can speak about the defense, but you also have to allude to the middle of the park. There is no way you're going to leave a Makawula by himself when you take out Talente, who then replaces Talente when you take him out without too much sugar, because you need to balance that middle of the park.
Yeah, I think our management was far for a referee's final decision for game is over, because there was looking so defend that 2-2, but on the wrong substitute, because when you're taking out Nkota and Mbata, and then Nkota and Ngwanasisi Makopa was full forced to give that parameter tough time. And then Mbata also was trying to balance Caitlin Makaula, of which that two people was very balancing of the team. Instead of if you try to risk, you're supposed to take one, not both. If you risk with a quarter, but put a defender. If you are not putting a defender, there's a guy called Ndlondlo to come and balance again midfield. When you put in Maswangan, you put in Kabelo, those two guys are star. It's not people are almost, they know how to defend, how to mark. That's why I say Orlando Pirates Football Club, they are killing themselves, because we're supposed to say we're putting the pass now, or we try to make a game open.
Yeah.
Because it's the second half. I think that mistake will never happen again. Because
Babu Jwara is called game management. It was about 75, 76 minutes.
yes,
It's 2-2.
exactly.
You have an advantage that if you score a goal, you make it difficult for them. You solidify. You don't go guns blazing and put all the attackers in, because also if you play that type of game of being desperate of trying to get a goal, it's always danger that you are going to open up at the back. And you know, I think the game management side of things there was a bit lacking. And yeah, but you know, it's one of those things.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It's very heartbreaking that actually that was Pirates' first loss in the tournament and in the semi-final, as Coach Piso once said. PSG story all over again.
Were you heartbroken? I saw a few Chiefs fans saying, "Oh man, we feel for Pirates." So which side of the fence were you?
Papa Wawa.
No, I was.
Papa Wawa was being celebrated.
Is it straight? Is Ilando straight, I think, the ruler? But let's hear from him.
Papa
But
Wawa was
Feels like I have
after
a
we
spokesperson
lost,
here.
everyone was saying, today I'm a pyramid. Let's hear from him.
All I can say is that I wish it can happen weekly or daily. Pyramid really fixed the country. They really saved us from noise pollution. And we are waiting to see that. It's like the 24th and the 1st of June.
Noise pollution. What
Yeah.
do you know about noise
I saw
pollution?
it.
You guys also cause it at times.
No, we don't make noise. It's just that we are many, and you guys think that we make noise. we don't make noise. We are just many.
Okay.
It's it's a numbers thing.
It's a numbers thing.
57 and the billions is not the same.
And millions. Yeah. There is a difference there.
But Papa Wawa, I mean, you look at a player like Umayela from Pyramids, and there's talks now about possibly him going to Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns. Do you look at your club and think that he would, of course, help your situation currently?
Papa Wawa must forget about him.
You know, the football manager, Bobby, really flopped there. When it comes to Mayela.
Because
Truth
they
be
were supposed to
told,
have
you were supposed to have signed him with less than 10 million, if I'm not mistaken, according to the agent of Fiston Mayela. He should be our man now, and it's an advantage for us. Maybe we can get him, but chances of him getting him now at the rate he's playing is going to be costly, and let alone if he can win the CAF Champions League. But also, him having been played under Nasreddine Nabi at Young African, I think that might try to influence him to come and join the PFN Glamour Boys. But at the end of the day, it lies on the agreement between two clubs, and I'm saying that it's going to cost a leg and a half. But you know, having the player of Fiston Mayela's caliber in the club will greatly help a lot, because now we have got the likes of Thabo Cele carrying the team on their shoulder. Kabotele just arrived yesterday, but the impact he's making, that's a difference having a player who's a supporter. Many of the players are just employees there. But now when we have got a player like Kabotele, who's also a supporter of the Kaizer Chiefs, makes a difference. So we want someone like Fiston Mayela as a go-getter. You know that is going to make wonders at Kaizer Chiefs. So if we get an opportunity to sign the likes of Fiston Mayela, I think the club can just break the bank to have him on board.
You know what is going to be a problem with him?
So you know our problem.
He wants to play Champions League.
I know. We'll first take him to CAF Confederation.
Well, I will definitely want to play. But also, maybe before we move to the Soweto Derby, Papa, obviously you are a Chiefs man through and through and all that thing. When you look at at Chiefs, where are the challenges? And you know, I mean, going into next season, how must they be fixed? And also, do you still have confidence in the coach?
I have a lot of confidence in the coach and together with his technical team. Truth be told, that is the most decorated technical team we have in South Africa. The men just need to be given time. You cannot just take a team from position 10 and all of a sudden overnight it is on number 1, it's on number 2, it's on number 3. When he came, I've spoken this, like it's not Jesus Christ. He's not here to turn water into a wine. He's not here to walk on top of water. There will be ups and downs, and we are in the finals. That is an achievement for us if you can check in the past 6 years. That is, I still have a hope in Nabi that come next season, he's going to turn things around. Just in pressure now that we want something, we want to win. But you come and check the chances with our team miss. You have to blame the coach that the coach cannot teach a player how to trap a ball, how to be composed when you are between the goalpost and past the net. That's not the work of the coach. As a professional footballer, as a senior player, or especially playing for a big team like Kaizer Chiefs, you should be aware of that. You should know that. So we have seen the mistake of our beloved Bruce Vuma, costing us 2 games last game. As much as we love him, we were costed there. But can you blame Nasreddine Nabi on that? No, we cannot blame him. I have a belief that we are going to win something. We are going to achieve something with Nasreddine Nabi. As I've said previously, that he doesn't have a pressure. We're not pressurizing him to win the league or to finish second or whatsoever. At the end of the day, me and Jwara, including yourself, we don't know the Betway Premiership trophy, or do you know it? No. So why are we going to pressurize Nabi for something we don't know? Or maybe it's a plastic trophy. You never know. Do you understand? So the only pressure we are giving Nabi, we are giving Nabi a pressure to win what? A Nedbank Cup. Why? Because Nedbank Cup can also be won by a team which are on NFD. Another team which last won the league while Nelson Mandela and Winnie Madikizela Mandela was still alive. They just won this Nedbank Cup twice in a row. So that's the only pressure we can give Nabi. But what I can say, we are still 110% behind Nasreddine Nabi, and we believe that he will take us to the promised land.
All right. Bob Jwara was just saying no as you're speaking. But before we get his thoughts, what I want to find out from you is, I mean, there's lots of talks about the caliber and the quality of players at Kaizer Chiefs. I mean, you talk about Ucele, that he's a supporter, he loves the club, and you can see that he fights for the club. So now when you look into that entire squad, is it Kaizer Chiefs material, or do you think you need new players when you completely have to revamp the squad?
Look, someone after the game, I'll just give an example about this. He was criticizing, he came to me, he was criticizing, he's a Sundowns supporter, he was criticizing Bruce Vuma. You know, as a true supporter, what you do, you defend first, then you ask a question later. So my role as a supporter, it is to support the club, nothing else. And it is to support our players. Do you understand? So me coming here on camera and say this player and this player, they are not Kaizer Chiefs material, it will be absolutely wrong of me. But the truth must be spoken. Otherwise, not all the players whom we have at Kaizer Chiefs are Kaizer Chiefs material. Some of them, they came from their club as good players, but the moment they arrived at Kaizer Chiefs, they started to relax. Because I think maybe they think we have achieved everything. What more can we achieve in South Africa other than playing for Kaizer Chiefs? But a squad overhaul is very needed come the end of the season. There are those players who have to open space for other players, but we support all our players. You know, it's like what we have been doing to Rangachi Vaviro. As a player, as supporters, it's up to us. We have got power in our hands to do what, or in our mouth, to make or to kill our players. What we need to do, it is to give them uncompromised, undiluted support. But at the end of the season, there has to be changes. There has to be those 2 or 3 players leaving, opening the space for others.
Well, I think just to come in there, over the past few years, we have seen the rise of this, fans having more power to talk and through this podcast and all this other social media stuff. Obviously, everybody can just open their mouth and talk now. You have got people like you who maybe do it responsibly, being careful of what you say. There are others who just go out there and just shoot from the hip. Now, how do we navigate around that one? Because, as you say, even though we need to be honest about mistakes of players, but at the same time, we can't kill these guys, kill in inverted commas, when they've made mistakes, because you make things worse for these guys, because at the end of the day, they're just human beings.
The scientist, the late Albert Einstein, once said something that I fear the day that which technology will surpass our human interaction. The world will going to have generations of fools. He just forgot to say fools without a full stop. It's unfortunate that nowadays smartphone, it is found in the wrong hands. Because as fans, imagine those people are human beings. You can never imagine what they go through after the black tweets, after everything. They have made a mistake. What it is required from us as supporters, it is to support them. Because now we have got Orlando Pirates. If our player make a mistake, a blunder, what are they going to do? They're going to come after our player. And us on top of that, we are going to help them. It is not what we are supposed to do. So as supporters, as fans, let us take care of our players. There are always better ways to address problems. These people we are talking about, they are family people. It's people who have got children. So we have to be careful on what you utter with our mouth. But at the end of the day, it shows that we are not raised the same. We come from different homes. Yes.
Hey, you are quoting Albert Einstein.
Hey.
Did not expect that at all. But anyway.
That last is session.
Yeah, no.
It's Kaizer Chiefs support at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Leadership.
if they could transfer this into the pitch, they'll win the league already.
Leadership to add what Papa was saying. I think somehow corner la ongmela cacise corner without fear. There's supporters belonging to the branches. There's individual supporters so that abangazi just only love 90 minutes only. Abangazi ukuthi kwenzakalani outside 90 minutes. And then even difficult times abangazi community support what meaningful. Iba umlandeli uya stadium uyo support team yakho. You can sing in the 90 minutes stop. You sing it to give your players power. Don't focus in their mistakes players we did. Because some of the people you see, they are throwing something because was too much focusing. Some was acting if like is the cautious. You end up turning the heads like this. Of which they are cautious, they have their own play. And then now they are coming supporters, they are changing their minds for their coaches. Hey, well, man, they want the Papa Wawa. And then that time, coach is not planning for Papa Wawa. Now that's the first pushing to take Papa Wawa on the bench inside the feet. And so we as supporters that are belonging to the branches, we always teach our members because to join a branch, if we are taking the decision to join a branch, you will see different things. You will do with the branches. Is it Orlando Pirates branches, or is it Kaizer Chiefs branches, or is it Sundowns branches? We are two things different. But when we in that people of 90 cappers in the stadium, we never know who's in the
who's in the branch, who's not in the branch.
Yeah, you see the action. Oh, this one is not belonging to the branch.
So the message is that you must support the players.
Yeah, we always fight with the supporters against with our teams or with our players. No. Come to remember. No, I will not do this. You kill our player. Yeah. You will teach each of we as the supporters, we do the lot of work for teach our mighty supporters to don't do this to your own player. 100%. Of which is it 100% Papa Wawa said.
All right, so there you have it, of course, in terms of now supporters etiquette and how, of course, they deem that they believe, but behave rather. So now when you look into, of course, the derby that we have this weekend, and I'm absolutely excited. Papa Wawa, you talked about limping at the beginning of the show, and that's one thing that Kaizer Chiefs always does, well, most of the time, limp into the Soweto Derby, but there's always the potential of getting, of course, the victory over Orlando Pirates because it's always form out the way and you're literally just playing that encounter. What's your expectations when you're going into this encounter? I mean, you lost against Marumo Gallants over the weekend, so now what are the changes that you anticipate going into this game against Pirates?
What a game. Soweto Derby belongs to those who watch it for 90 minutes but continue to speak about it for the next 90 days. We are ready as Kaizer Chiefs going to the Soweto Derby. We are not scared. Look, it's Orlando Pirates at the end of the day. And the good thing about it, we are finding them while they are still hurt the most coming back from CAF Champions League. So I think it's the right time to find them while they are still disorganized. They are still traumatized. Yes, there's a lot of changes which I'm expecting from the coach. Starting from the goalkeeper, Bruce Vuma has done his level best for us, and I think maybe it's time for him to be rested and bring the likes of Peterson. And I believe that you will have a lot to prove. So you need those kind of players. But I'm saying to Orlando Pirates, bring it on. We are not afraid. You know, Soweto Derby, when you talk about Soweto Derby, form doesn't matter when it comes to Soweto Derby. Players are self-motivated. You go to the camp now, you'll just go to Naturena, to the village, and see the atmosphere in the village. It is
Everyone
amazing.
training, eh?
Yeah,
Everyone's
it's
training hard.
it is amazing. So one thing I can say, even if we lost against Marumo Gallants, which we were not supposed to have lost, if you have watched Soccer Zone, the second goal was offside. But even if we lost, going to a Soweto Derby, it's another game in its own. So we are expecting 3 points. Nothing than 3 points, because it is a crucial game for us. We are not looking at Orlando Pirates, but we are looking beyond that, because it's a must-win game for us. Taking into consideration the position which we are currently sitting on, we want to go to top 8. It can't be that a team like Kaizer Chiefs will go 2 seasons in a row without participating in MTN 8. You have seen this season, it was just a mere SIM card trophy without Kaizer Chiefs, boring. So we must bring life to this cup, and start with this match of Orlando Pirates.
Hey, you guys started with selling out the stadium at the beginning. We have to mention that you used to pride yourself, and then that form also just dipped a little bit. But nonetheless, we're not there. Jwara, when you look into the side like Kaizer Chiefs, I mean, the last time when you played them, I think it was the 1st of February, and of course you got maximum points there with Tito making sure that that penalty was scored. But Kaizer Chiefs was playing really well.
Hey, when I see Papa Wawa, I see cell phone without starter pack. I really see cell phone without starter pack, because they taught us what trauma, because we lost in the CAF Champions League knockout. He have forgotten is lost in the Betway Premier League, Marumo Gallants.
The same Marumo Gallants who defeated you 3-0.
No, forget about now. Papa Wawa, we're not here to make you a favor, because now we are in the hospital. You're fighting for your life. Do you think we can come with some nice chemical to take you out of a hospital? No, we take 6 feet underground. He want to push you, of which we are happy. 90,000 capacity for FNB Stadium, we are already sorted out. And then we are happy because millions and millions are waiting to watch the TV to witness what Derby's 90 minutes end up to. We as the Orlando Pirates Football Club, already we know we don't have a room to save Kaizer Chiefs, to give them the nice menu, bananas and a lot of stuff. No, we're here to face a war. If Papa Wawa and their family, Kaizer Chiefs FC, they are sleeping, we'll never wake up them. We will make sleep more than to wake up. Of which, if now you talk about Vuma, you're talking about Peterson, you never know which goalkeeper support to start in the lineup. Me, I don't have that stress. Now you are already showing the Nabi. We never give a Nabi a platform. Say Nabi as a coach, you will see which one you will be starting on lap. Now you're confusing Nabi also. You challenge Peterson instead of Vuma. You are confused, my friend. I saw you are still in the ICU. Don't be stressed. Let us say the last time. We're continuing. My friend, this team you're playing with them, you know, our fan was standard, but they go see standard. The Jose boys is up to Bagui Kropar. Everyone now, even I heard that on your section training, there's a guy they calling themselves and the other one say I'm fucking in the Kaizer Chiefs training. Yes, in the Kaizer Chiefs training. Someone was a big fight. Was a real big fight. They are fighting for name of Mfuken. I don't know, it's Mfundo. Mfuken is my friend. I'm Mfuken in the Kaizer Chiefs. I'm a son. You see,
No, I understand. I understand.
They are Kaizer Chiefs players. They are fighting themselves to claim PM Fukeng. Someone they claim to be Maketlen Kaula. Someone they claim to be Manapule.
No, I understand the hype and the excitement on Chairman Jwara. Remember playing at FNB Stadium. FNB Stadium will never be filled unless Kaizer Chiefs' name it is mentioned.
Yeah.
They failed to fill it with Marumo Sundowns. They failed to fill it in the semifinals of the CAF Champions League. So it's the excitement which is talking. It's not him. Let's forgive him. And now he's speaking about Jose Rivero.
Before you continue, me and you are in the same WhatsApp group. You failed to fill up when the Marumo Gallants play. Continue, sir.
So speaking about Jose, I'm not really afraid of him. Some of you who swallow the dictionary, I don't know if you call it a PR whatsoever. What Jose Rivero did, the guy after he won 2 trophies in 2 seasons consecutively. He knew that after that, the pressure was that he should win the league. Yes, because they brought him to win them the league title. And what does he do now? He have seen it that there is no way he's winning the league. He saw it coming before. Many of you can see it. Some of us with a sight or a giraffe view can see this thing. So he saw he's not winning the league, he's not winning the Champions League, and he's not winning what? The Nedbank Cup. So he just began to want to put himself under pressure. And he said what? I am not renewing. Why? Because he knew that there is no way he's not winning. So we are going to put a last nail on the coffin on this game to make sure that they don't go anywhere near Sundowns, because I think now they start to be jajarak.
I want to check something. The players always say it's difficult enough to play one Soweto Derby. Now these boys will have to go back to back and prepare for a Soweto Derby. Do you think it will be heavy on some of these guys? Because most of these players are largely inexperienced in these big matches.
Obviously, it will. It will. You know the magnitude which the derby carries. It's a pressure. As a player, imagine in the middle of the field, around you is more than 94,000 people. We always dominate, you know. We always dominate. So it's never easy. And I think, more especially from our team, we will be under pressure. But I think we'll survive to tell a tale, because this match, which you are playing on the 3rd, is as important as the one we are going to play on the 10th. So on the minds of the players, maybe some they are saying to themselves, it is better we lose the league game, but we have to win the Nedbank Cup. But others, you will know how important it is to go to the top 8. So to us, I think we are under pressure compared to Orlando Pirates, but I trust our players. They have promised us they are going to leave everything on the field of play. They are going to give it their all. They are going to play for the 12 men which they support us. They are going to play for the badge.
All right.
Also, it's not mathematically done that you'll be in the Comfort Cup, but
No, it is done.
chance because Pirates,
Since
either Pirates will
Stellenbosch.
finish.
No. As Pirates will finish second, they have to. They have to. Or as the cover. But as it stands, I think even the CAF president...
It's all bad, because if Pirates finish second, then
Nobody knows, guys. Nobody knows. You can charge the league game with the last league game. I remember very well. My memory is even now it can function. There's a game supposed to be the league decider game. Paris was playing in other side and Kaizer Chiefs was playing in other side. Was supposed to be Khoza, a higher, a special one flight. That flight have all speed. So to fly that side and fly that side for a mistake, that league.
But in this case, I think it's made easier by the fact that it's almost likely that Pirates either will win the league or finish second. In that case, because Chiefs will be in the final with Pirates, win or lose, then, so all but really, Chiefs will be in the Comfort Cup next season, which will be good for them.
And why are you refusing?
Yes.
Why are you refusing?
With our choice, because we were almost do these things. Last season, we gave Stellenbosch to go and play in the Confederation. That season, was giving to
What is this man saying?
Sekhukhune.
So he's
Yeah,
passing a
because-
vote of
yeah,
no
he's-
confidence
yeah,
to
yeah,
his
he's
team
Because
that don't
I
finish
also you must
second.
understand, two teams go to Comfort. The team that
The
finishes
Nedbank
third
Cup.
and the team that wins or finishes second in the Nedbank Cup. But the second team
Now
in the
this one
Nedbank Cup,
is celebrating for when I doing the favor to beat them and send them like other this team.
No,
Is that
you're
the-
not doing
you
us
want
a
to say, you
favor. We're not doing us a
the
favor.
easier
Mr.
ways for
Shaw.
them to win
Well,
Nedbank
maybe
is
Ah,
say-
to
this
do
man
that.
is
Say-
not.
maybe
It's
they
hot.
say
It's
it's going
hot.
to take
We are going
a
to
Nedbank,
Africa,
and
Chief.
I defend Nedbank.
We are going to Africa.
All right.
Hopefully
so
it doesn't disrupt you, Africa, because really
Okay.
you need to mount the Sila Challenge in the league
we'll
now.
definitely see how it plays out. But to wrap it up, I'm curious to find out. I mean, we all know what happens when fans win, but supporters, when you lose, how do y'all take it? How do y'all deal with a Soweto Derby defeat? How does your day look like after that, and perhaps the next few days?
can see Papa Wawa is not
it's
gaining
never
weight.
it's never easy. It's never easy. Naturally, lose is not what anyone can take
Yeah.
easier. Not meaning that one is a sore loser, but it's never easy. More especially losing to your arch rivals,
Yeah.
it's never easy. You know, some of us we are known to do broadcast interview after every match. You know, when you are losing and you can see it's 80 minutes, 90 minutes. In your mind, when you check even the social media, they are busy saying, I will wonder what Papa will say. At that moment, you don't know.
celebrity
You understand? So it's never easy. Our pride doesn't allow us to lose against the likes of Orlando Pirates. But now I'm not worried because we are not going to lose. There's no way we are going to lose this one.
But well, I mean, when you talk to players, right, they talk about the fact that they can't even go to a petrol garage or the mall or whatever, because after a defeat, hey, supporters come for them. A celebrity fan like you, do you still don your jersey the next day after a defeat? Are you still having these conversations? That's what I'm trying to find out.
No, you know, we're always donning the gold and black. Since we defeated Marumo Sundowns, we've been wearing Kaizer Chiefs. We've been wearing Kaizer Chiefs jersey. It's never easy on the street, but we soldier on. I don't know if you happen to watch news. Since we have won against Marumo Sundowns, the Minister of Finance, Mr. Enoch Godongwane, have sent a VAT back to the hiking spot. They've reversed VAT because Kaizer Chiefs have won. Do you understand? So you can imagine if we win this one
Couldn't the
again.
happiness index go up?
Well, we thank you for your service. We really appreciate it. Coach on your side.
Hey, Papa Wawa.
Why do you always say,
Your
"Hey,
energy.
he's afraid, this man"?
I like your energy. It's just I'm worried because 90 minutes is coming and end. Your energy is very number one, my bro.
He's going to be crying.
As Bible say, never give up. Keep praying. Like your knee be turning like a goat. It's fine as long you keep praying. Your spirit to bring your trust back is good, my brother. And then not for Pirates. Sorry, on that side. Maybe next season. Not this season. This season, we sign a contract. Everything faced with Kaizer Chiefs is either a knockout, we take Chiefs out. It's a league, we collect a 3 point. Now, step one in to collect maximum point, of which 6 point full when it's coming this coming weekend. Of which, without fear or favor, come 90 minutes Saturday, as business as usual, we go and collect our 3 points without disturbance. We know they are going to shake hands to Mfukeni, players of Kaizer Chiefs, shake hands to, hey guys, Egypt. Hey, before you travel all Africa, they Kaizer Chiefs players planning to respect and honor Paris players.
Sure.
Never ever Kaizer Chiefs turn the table. Never ever.
All right, influencer.
Well, but for you, maybe on a personal level, you've been a lot in the social media space and all this thing. How are you enjoying this thing, and how have you found it, and how has this sort of changed your life?
It's never easy being on social media. Some of us, you have heard, she said, a controversial supporter. They
not
are.
me, my brother.
Oh, it's him. So you as supporters, we're not the same. You will see. Some they don't accept banter. When you throw banter at their team, the way they take it and the way they respond or on the comments, it's something else. When you go to the shop, you know you no longer shop in peace. Even if you go to the filling station, but what I can say, this has opened lots of doors for me, and what has stood out for me is how proud my daughter is. She's so proud. She doesn't call me Papa. She calls me Papa Wawa. When I tell her that, no, I'm Papa to you, say, no, Papa Wawa. She's so proud. Whenever she sees me on television, she is so proud. So for me, is to
Wait,
make
hold
my...
on. Before you go on, have you forced her to be a Chiefs fan as well?
No, I didn't
No,
force
no,
her.
no, no,
It's
don't
either
go
she's a
here.
Chiefs fan or she go and stay somewhere, because as
You-
long
you
as you're
listen?
under my roof,
Yeah,
as
it's a
long as
force.
you eat the
It's
food
a force.
which I buy, you have to be a Kaizer Chiefs supporter. Look, she doesn't understand anything for now, so it is my responsibility to make her to support the team, which makes sense to me. No, do you understand? But it's supporting Kaizer Chiefs is a family culture, so it is a right thing for her to do. So, social media is very big. We are now respected out there because of it. So, yeah. So, and before you can let me go, because I can see, all I can say to Kaizer Chiefs supporters, those who came before us, they've taught us that, so it won't start with us. On the 3rd of May, we meet at FNB Stadium. Let's just make it the point that we respect the visiting team for the love of the game. For the love of the game, we come on time and occupy our spot, and we enjoy the game. We are going there to fetch 3 points. And it's the game of football. You win, you lose, you draw. If we lose, we take it in good spirit. There is no throwing of missile, pitch invasion. We are Kaizer Chiefs, not like those who won the quarterfinal and they thought they've arrived and they invaded the pitch. So we are people of love and peace. Rise to the occasion.
I think we must shake hands, guys.
It
Let's see. Or it don't.
doesn't look like it's a shaking of
He's
hands right now.
afraid.
But your message quickly then, Bakania, to
Yeah,
of course,
to
the
the
Pirates
What can
side.
I say? We are a big team. Since 1937, before Chiefs was born, Paris was always strong. Even today, Paris is strong. More than the children was born yesterday, like Kaizer Chiefs. Today, they are crying like children. But if I believe we've got 50 years now, but still crying like a children. Mapaganea,
But with more teachers than them.
please, let's try to come early at FNB Stadium.
Yeah.
Without attire of Orlando Paris, they identify with who you are. Please, guys, let's come and sing. Let's give our support, our players, everything with a full energy. With that 3 point, we need 3 point goes with 3 goals, without fear or favor. Let's meet at FNB Stadium. Pagania was a pirate, always a pirate.
All right. There
So you
we
don't have
have
to shake
it.
hands, Phil.
Hey, you are serious about
After I
shaking hands.
came, I think after I came, I will shake hands to thank.
No, don't be
3
afraid.
points.
Don't be afraid,
Not
man.
now.
Maybe
now.
maybe the juju man said you mustn't touch.
Yeah,
Chiefs fan, eh?
that chemical
Yeah, the
engineer.
No. I can't shake hands now.
Hey, but they said the chemicals didn't work there.
No, you forgot it on
Oh,
the
you
plane.
forgot it
Yeah,
there.
you forgot it.
Oh, you forgot it in the plane.
No, you can shake my hand, Chairman.
No. After 90 minutes. After 90 minutes. I don't
they are
trust
afraid.
Poppy Sticker. Once here, a Paris releasing and the media say, you zwile ukuthi ucoach na uyahamba. After nathi ubesta samenza kahle saqala saba kulezi inkinga sikuzonana namhlanje. What if umthumile because he's a best friend ka Pupu hey makuwamuthi uJwara lapha siqedile.
No, you are touching a woolly hand, man.
Goodness gracious. All right. Before we wrap it up, Influence, I want to find out from you in terms of tactics now when going into this encounter. I mean, You look into the fact, of course, we spoke about how wounded then Pirates are, of course, because of the CAF Champions League. But some of the changes, I mean, when you look into the lineup of Pirates compared to the 1st of Feb, the only change, and the man is injured, is Sisane, but the rest are all available.
Yeah, I'm not expecting much difference from Pirates. The other interesting thing about Pirates in a match like this, I think the coach will toy with the idea of Maswangani. What do you do with him? Do you start with him? He's a player who they like in these sorts of occasions because apparently he can get a crowd going. He has not been having the best of times of late. I think his form has dropped a little bit.
Yeah.
And also, if you bring him in, then how do you balance the side? But Pirates will pretty much remain the same. I mean, it will be Chain, it will be Van Rooyen, it will be Hoto, the two centre backs, the two pivots in the middle field. It will be Talent and Makaula. They are pretty much a settled side. Changes will be one or two here and there for balance and familiarity. And for Chiefs also, Chiefs are like a lucky packet in Christmas. You never know what you'll find because of the fact that they are so unsettled, and also they will be the team that is a little bit more under pressure. You just can't predict how he's going to balance that side.
Yeah.
Papa Wawa mentioned the issue with the goalkeeper. Some coaches will say, let him continue, let Bruce continue. Some coaches, so that you don't hurt his confidence. Some coaches will say, drop him, so that you save him, you protect him. Is one key decision that they'll have to make going to that big match. And everywhere else, I think Thabo Tkale will be key. Yusuf Marta, I think, is being preferred more now. He will be key. Lilepo will be key on the attack. The center back, which was very strange. I don't know if they were saving him for the match or what, but Inasho was started on the bench. He will probably come back because he's quite key for them. He's also a leader.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I think Chiefs is the one that is more what we really don't know how they will look like. But I've said it here before. I said it before Sundowns that the beginning of wisdom is to be scared of Chiefs, because Chiefs in the big stakes matches, regardless of how poor they have been, they will rock up and they will beat you, and they continue to do it over and over again. And also, if you check the entire season, the best games for Kaizer Chiefs have been against Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. So they're a team that rises to the occasion. But also for Pirates, being a settled team, on the day, if they really get going, they can expose you. So we'll be there with the gents. Are you coming?
Of course, why would I miss it?
Which suit are you in?
We'll definitely all be at FNB Stadium. Make sure that you join us, of course, come the 3rd of May. And All Roads will be leading to Moses Mabhida Stadium come the 10th of May. This is one encounter that any football fan in South Africa should never miss. But from the Arena Sports Show, it's cheers, goodbye.